After a long night patrolling the city and an even longer morning trying to find my way back home, I finally took refuge in the warmth of my own bed. I slipped off my shoes, removed my glasses, let my hair down, and finally... Yeah, I figured. You've got to be kidding me. Granted a reprieve from the monotony of my usual daily life, I dragged my heels even more than usual as I walked to school. Lethargy is by no means a feeling I rarely exhibit. In fact, not a day goes by where I don't feel that way while walking to school. But on this morning, the source of my dismay was anything but normal. A weird ring on my finger which randomly starts glowing. My father getting angry at me for leaving class early. A night with zero sleep after wandering around town all night. And to top it off, I have this strange feeling that I'm being watched. She's there on the right-hand side. I look down at the ring on my finger, curious to see if the pattern thus far held true. Surely enough, as it had done all morning, every time I felt like I was being watched, the ring started to glow. Finding out that I have fat fingers was one thing, but this random glowing could really be problematic. Sensei is definitely going to notice, and worse, it's on my ring finger. If he calls Papa, then... Despite my melancholy, I quickly turned around as I felt the odd sensation once more. This is getting really weird. Is sleep deprivation causing my mind to play tricks on me? I didn't want to consider it, but maybe I should skip class and take a nap. Papa won't like it, assuming he finds out, but I'll only get in more trouble if I fall asleep in class. Besides, this level of paranoia can't be healthy. As Azure completed the final leg of her morning journey, her stalker emerged from the shadows. So close, and yet I still can't get my hands on it. But I'll have plenty of opportunities from here on out. Once the human girl goes to that child containment center they call school, she won't be able to escape. And once I get my hands on that ring, this universe will never be the same again. After wandering around the school a while, I eventually located an empty classroom. It appeared to be a classroom reserved for club activities of some sort, or perhaps simply due for cleaning, as the desks had all been removed. Whatever the case, I would soon put the empty space to good use. Now this is more like it. Resting on the floor, lapping up the sun's rays, I kind of feel like a cat. From a bride to a cat. A bride wearing cat ears instead of a wedding veil? Drinking milk instead of champagne? That sounds much better to me. Yes, meow. I do, meow. Now take me back home, meow. I need to cough up a furball. Once I actually heard myself say that aloud, a furious blush came over my face. That was definitely the sleep deprivation talking. Without further delay, bright red from ear to ear, I removed my glasses and put my head on the ground. As I lay in the warm sun, not at all deterred by the hard surface beneath me, I slept both long and well. My fatigue from last night vanished without a trace, replaced by the energy and enthusiasm I so desperately needed. Yawn. Man, I needed that. There's nothing a good night's rest can't cure, or a good day's rest in this case. I should do this more often. Filled with such carefree thoughts, I slowly adjusted to the light surrounding me. But no sooner had I done so than reality hit me. Oh no, how long was I asleep? It's already starting to get dark outside. I must have slept the whole day away. This is bad. I can't believe it's already dark outside. Just how late is it? Oh, it's not that late. It just looks that way because my spaceship is blocking out most of the sun's rays. I see, that explains it. Your spaceship? What the heck are you talking about? I'm talking about my spaceship. That's what you humans call them, right? I'm not getting the terminology wrong. No, I suppose you... Wait a second. I put on my glasses, which I had taken off before sleeping, and looked at the person in front of me with far more clarity. This woman, she seems familiar. Have we met before? You don't look like a student, and I don't think I've ever had you as a teacher. The stranger looked at me skeptically, as though doubting my inability to remember her. Earthling, we met only last night. Is the memory of a human girl truly so awful? I had heard that the fish of gold would forget every few seconds, but I believed primates to enjoy a more fortuitous memory capacity. If I have been misinformed, then I must correct our records post-haste. Huh? What the heck is this woman talking about? Did she escape from a mental asylum, thinking she was still in high school? Anyway, forget about that. I'm here to make you an offer. An offer? From a crazy person? I don't think so. But if I reject her outright, she might get violent, so I can at least play along. That's right, Earthling. The... whatever is very important to me, and I must have it back at any cost. Unfortunately, you seem to have already something with it, so I've been put in a difficult situation. The what? Oh, I'm sorry, my humanese isn't perfect yet. Humanese. I suppose a rough translation of that artifact around your finger would be the Ring of Binding. Now that you've already bonded with it, my role here has become rather complicated. Even after the woman in front of me finished explaining, I still didn't understand. Sorry, but I don't get it. Ring of Binding? It's bonded with me? What does that mean? And who the heck calls this language humanese? Just who are you exactly? Oh, now that you mention it, it seems I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sienna, and I am the Queen of Mars. The Queen of Mars? Yes. Have you heard of me? No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm familiar with Mars, but you are. You, a mere Earthling, are aware of the situation on Mars? I truly misjudged you. It seems you are more capable than I thought, you pesky foreigner. Hey! What did you call me? A pesky foreigner. That is the term for someone of a different birth planet, correct? That is what Earthlings have been calling me ever since I arrived here. I'm no longer sure this woman is crazy or just stupid. Anyway, enough of that. What were you saying about an offer? Oh, that's right. How forgetful of me. The reason I came to you this day was to ask for your finger. You want my finger? Precisely. Wait, where are you going? Anywhere but here. So she ran away again. After running the entire way home, I arrived in record time despite leaving later than usual. I ran quickly, taking every shortcut I knew, and intermittently checked behind me for my insane pursuer. I knew no good could come from this stupid ring. Why did I have to try on that crazy lady's jewelry? I don't even like that stuff. I tried to calm down as I entered my house. Despite the insanity awaiting me when I woke up, I still felt fairly refreshed after sleeping for so long, so it wasn't difficult to restore my mood. Forget about the crazy lady. She's gone now, and I'm sure the police will capture her sooner or later. Besides, at this point in time, I have bigger things to worry about. I peered into the living room, immediately setting my sights on my father. Albeit rare for him to return home before me, it did happen from time to time. He's just standing there, not moving an inch. He must be waiting for me. I sighed heavily, already disheartened by the conversation which would no doubt await me. Oh well, let's get this over with. Good afternoon, Papa. Boy, you sure got home early today. Did you get off early today because you've been working so hard lately? Or maybe you just couldn't wait to see your darling daughter, huh? Uh-oh, he's really mad. When my father's truly furious, he doesn't yell or scream. He becomes dead quiet and wanders around like a ghost, ready to snap at any minute. Well, I guess I'll get started on dinner then. I started to walk towards the kitchen, desperate to escape my father's fury. Ah, don't bother with my portion, I already ate. Ah, that's okay, just dinner for two then. No problem. Emerging from behind my father was Sienna, the crazy lady I had tried so hard to escape from. When did you? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Is that an idiom? I took a deep breath and tried again. How did you get here before me, and why are you here? Oh, I see. You're wondering how I arrived before you, even though you left first. I'm sorry to say this, but your athletic ability is no match for my... something. My transporter, if you will. It converts most forms into matter into light, then... Forget about that. Why are you here? Oh, yes, your second question. My apologies. I didn't mean to alarm you, but as you suddenly ran away during our earlier conversation, I thought it might be more convenient for you if we continue talking here. I stared at Sienna blankly, unable to see any hint of malice or deceit. If she knows both where I live and what school I attend, then escaping from Sienna by normal means may be impossible. But if I had the help of an ace detective on my side... I turned to face my father, who was still unmoving. As I walked in front of him, however, I noticed that something was amiss. It's gasping. My father continued to open his mouth widely, breathe in deeply, then close his mouth and exhale through his nose. His eyes remained wide open, unblinking as though he was shocked by something directly in front of him. What's wrong? Oh, right, the birth giver's counterpart responsible for your creation. Do not worry, I will return him to normal once we are finished here. Return him to normal? What have you done to my father? Do not fret, child. He is unharmed. I simply swapped his consciousness with that of a fish of gold. I looked towards the fish tank in our living room. You swapped his brain with the brain of a goldfish? Swap their brains? No, don't be silly. I simply swapped his consciousness with that of the fish. Is there a difference? Of course there is. All I've done is temporarily move your father's thoughts into the brain of the goldfish, and vice versa. This way we can talk freely and your father will forget everything he hears. But that's amazing. Aha, you flatter me, Earthling. But our technology is no more advanced than yours. I don't know if we'll ever manage to transfer entire living creatures into waves capable of being replicated. Sienna looked towards the television as she spoke. She thinks that the people she's seen on TV are moving around as formless signals. Her technology may be amazing, but this woman is clueless about Earth. Anyway, about your finger. Uh-oh. I thought that if I couldn't run away, I could at least rely on my father to protect me. But in his current state, Papa's just... There has to be some way out of this. Maybe she doesn't want my finger after all. Maybe Sienna got the word wrong. I have to make sure. Miss Sienna. Just call me Sienna. Okay then, Sienna. Why do you want my finger exactly? What possible use could you have for a human finger? Huh? That's a silly question. You humans come up with the ritual requiring the finger after all. Like hell we did. I don't care what barbaric civilizations this woman has visited before. Around here we don't chop off fingers. Am I mistaken? For humans, the bonding ritual requires a ring, a finger, and two humanoid entities, correct? So the protocol is to ask for the other entity's finger, yes? A human bonding ritual? Wait a minute, she couldn't mean. Are you talking about marriage? Yes, that's it. Or as other things call it, marriage. So that's it. Whew, I was really worried there for a minute. I thought Sienna wanted to cut off my finger like in some bizarre cult ritual. But she really wanted to ask for my hand, not my finger? You want to marry me? Yes, marriage. We must become one. But why? Why would you want to marry me? We've only just met. Isn't this too sudden? Besides, we're of two different species. Why would you suddenly propose to me? Huh? I proposed? You are mistaken, Earthling. You are the one who proposed to me. I did? No, I think I would remember doing that. What are you saying? The proof of your proposal is right there. Sienna pointed to the ring on my finger. That ring rightfully belongs to the King of Mars. As the ruling queen, the one who wears that ring is destined to become my husband. You put on that ring and it bound itself to you. That is proof that you are fit to be my other. Her other? The ruling queen and her husband, the king. Wait a minute. How could we even get married? I'm a girl. I can't possibly become a king. Now, although the closest translation I could think of for is king, my partner needn't be male, or even Martian for that matter. The ring has chosen you, and that's what matters. Unbelievable. A grown woman is proposing to me because a ring told her to? What's more, she doesn't seem to care that we're both girls. No, wait. That isn't the problem here. There's no way I could go along with something this ridiculous. 2 days ago, we'd never even met. Now she wants me to be the king of Mars? But what about air and food? Even if I went with you, I wouldn't survive a day on Mars, would I? Don't underestimate yourself. The king of Mars, as chosen by the ring, is far more capable than you think. As one wearing the ring, such trifling matters won't affect you in the least. I put on a ring, and just like that, I'm already the king of Mars? This is too much. Are you really that opposed to marrying me? I can't force you to bond against your will. No, it's not that. It's just... Why do you even want to bond with me? Can't you just forget all about it? Can't you just forget all about all of this? I wish it were that simple.